You ever do something completely normal, at least to you, and someone looks at you like you just tried to pay for your groceries with a live squirrel? That specific potent cocktail of confusion, concern, and a tiny bit of fear. That look that says, "Are you okay? Should I call someone?" Yeah. Welcome to my world. That's the unofficial salute of life with multiple sclerosis. It's a collection of tiny, seemingly bizarre habits and choices that are actually brilliant, battle-tested survival strategies. Like, for instance, sitting down to brush your teeth. To an outsider, it looks lazy. To us, it's called energy conservation, and it's an Olympic sport. Why stand when you can sit? Or how about this one, canceling plans after you've already gotten fully dressed, done your hair, and have your keys in your hand? The energy it took to get ready the event. The party's over. Time for the after party, which is on the couch. And the classic walking into a room with purpose and conviction, only to stop dead in your tracks, your brain search engine coming up with 0 results. What was I doing? Who am I? What is the meaning of this room? It's a mystery. I don't sit because I'm tired. I sit because I might get tired. Brushing teeth, sitting, cooking, sitting, folding laundry, sitting, thinking about doing something, also sitting. To other people, why are you sitting? It takes 2 minutes. To us, because if I stand now, I may not exist later. M's fatigue isn't, I'm tired. It's, my legs just unsubscribed, so we pre-sit, which makes 0 sense to everyone else, but prevents a full system shutdown. This one confuses people the most. You, hair done, shoes on, keys in hand. Then, nope, not going. But you were literally ready. Yeah, physically. Neurologically, the battery dropped from 42% to Windows XP shutdown noise. MS doesn't warn you. It just says, we're done now. So we cancel at the last second, and people think we're flaky. But really, we just lost the ability to exist socially. You walk into a room and immediately forget why you're there. Now you're just standing there like, well, this is my life now. Then you walk back out. Then it hits you. Then you walk back in. Then forget again. This is the MS loading screen. Other people think everyone does that. Yes, but not 6 times in 3 minutes. We don't forget once. We forget. Aggressively. Other people celebrate promotions, trips, big accomplishments. We celebrate. My foot tingled less today. My hand worked for 4 hours. I didn't walk into a wall. MS changes what counts as a victory, and it sounds ridiculous. Until you realize we measure progress in symptom reduction. And honestly, those wins hit harder. Hot showers, crowded stores, long lines, standing conversations. To other people, these are normal things. To us, these are boss battles. Heat, symptoms explode, noise, brain fog, standing, legs revolt, crowds, energy drain. We're not antisocial. We're strategic. For most people, deciding to do a small task is simple. A quick, I'll just do it. For us, it's a complex negotiation. It's a constant game of, if I do this, I can't do that. Every action has a cost, a trade-off against some other potential activity later. Welcome to the daily energy budget. Let's say you wake up with 100 energy points. Getting out of bed, that's 15 points. A shower, that's another 20. Making breakfast, 10 points. So before you've even left the house, you're already down 45 points. Now the big one, grocery store trip. That's a hefty 30-point expense. A quick phone call to a friend, 10 points. And the simple, non-negotiable cost of just existing, let's call that 40 points. You do the math and realize you're already in energy debt. So, well, I guess I'm staying home. This internal calculus makes 0 sense to other people. They see you cancel plans and think you're flaky. But to us, energy is a finite resource. It's a limited edition, non-refundable, use it or lose it commodity. Which brings us to the most common interaction of the day. They ask, How are you? You say, I'm fine. Meanwhile, your internal status report is screaming, leg buzzing, brain buffering. A wave of fatigue is crushing you from the inside out. Your entire body is actively negotiating a system-wide shutdown. So why do we just say fine? Because explaining the intricate, invisible war happening inside you takes energy. And as we've established, we don't have that either. So we default to the universal shorthand, I'm fine, which really means I'm functioning-ish. It means I'm upright and haven't fallen over yet today, so let's call it a win. And since our reality can be so absurd, we learn to laugh. We laugh at dropping things for the 5th time in an hour. We laugh at forgetting the most basic words like, that thing you use to eat soup. We laugh at walking weird, losing our balance for no reason, and the constant stream of brain misfires. We have to find the humor in it. Because if we don't, we just sit there like, well, this is concerning. Humor isn't just a coping mechanism. It becomes a vital part of survival. Okay, quick pit stop. If any of this, the pre-sitting, the strategic canceling, the tiny celebrations for things no one else notices, if any of that made you feel seen, do us a favor and hit that subscribe and like button. It's a small click, but it helps the algorithm show this to more MS folks who might be thinking they're the only one with a secret portable stool. We put these out every week because navigating this illness is hard enough without feeling isolated in your weirdness. We're all about sharing the reality of it, with no doom, just truth. And a huge part of that truth is the disconnect between how we feel and how we look. Because we look okay, we master the art of the effortless smile. We learn to hold a conversation while mentally scanning for the nearest chair. We show up, sometimes, after a monumental effort that's completely invisible. So people see us out in the world, functioning, and they think, oh, they must be better. They're over that flare-up. They seem to have so much energy today, but they don't see the invisible scaffolding holding it all up. They don't see the meticulous planning that went into that one outing, the strategic canceling of 3 other things to make it happen, the preemptive resting, the post-event recovery days, the constant, exhausting mental gymnastics of adapting to a body that changes its rules daily. They only see the final product, the highlight reel, the one picture where you're smiling, not the 10 you took sitting down, because standing was too much. And that's precisely why the things we do, our little life hacks, make 0 sense to the outside world. It seems odd to leave a party just as it's getting good, or to sit down in the middle of a kitchen. It seems flaky to cancel last minute. It seems strange to be so excited about finding a close parking spot. It's because they don't see what we're compensating for. They don't see the energy battery blinking on red. Multiple sclerosis fundamentally changes how you move through life. It forces you to operate on a different set of principles, a different economy of energy. So you sit when others stand, conserving energy for the walk back to the car. You cancel when others go, because your body has vetoed the plan your mind made. You celebrate tiny victories that others wouldn't even notice, like getting through a shower without feeling dizzy. You plan your entire week around one event that others don't think twice about. And yeah, from the outside, it makes no sense. It can look like you're being difficult or lazy or antisocial. We've all seen that look of confusion on a friend's face. But to us, it's not weird. It's survival. It's strategy. It's how we keep going. It's how we carve out moments of joy and normalcy in a life that is anything but. This is the core of it. No doom. Just truth. The truth is it's complicated and often invisible. And if you do any of these things, if you have your own secret list of MS life hacks, please know, you're definitely not the only one. You're part of a huge, resourceful, incredibly adaptive club that none of us asked to join. Because this is MS life. It's messy, it's frustrating, and it's deeply personal. But we're all in it together, just figuring it out one weird, wonderful, and totally sensible habit at a time.